So two things. One, I think in some sense,
This is the clip. Let's
right.
let's play this and listen to it. But I do want to hear your. I just don't want to forget this.
Scandal was a scandal out of Omaha, Nebraska, the Franklin Credit Union, where there was a guy who was embezzling money, and then he was being investigated for that. But they said he has all this money because he's running an interstate pedophile network, and he's pandering kids to people in Washington, D.C. and New York. And there was a headline in the Washington Post or the Washington Times that were like, call boys get a tour of the Reagan White House.
Unidentified White House aides in the Carter, Reagan, and Bush administrations now are being investigated for using the services of a call boy ring. The paper reports that two of the male prostitutes were given a late-night tour of the White House last year.
And, this was a scandal with real victims who wanted to testify, and then people started dying. The private investigator they hired, his plane broke up. One of the girls that testified was found guilty of perjury and that she was put in solitary confinement. They had to use 2 grand juries in Omaha to get rid of this scandal. And it's now it's not as sexy as like a Pizzagate or something because it happened in the 80s and 90s, but this shows you the blueprint for the government, using marshaling resources to silence people that were victims of this stuff. This is not new. Congressmen, senators, blackmail being used by intelligence agencies. None of it's new. It was pioneered by the mafia. You having sex with somebody who's underage, then they own you forever if they have photo, audio, video of you doing that. Frankly,
who put that video together? Because that's cool.
I'm gonna have to edit out the song though. But It says it was made by Blunts for Jesus.
For sure, you got to edit out that song.
Yeah, it'll flag things.
Can you do that? Is that possible to do?
I'm an audio engineer. I think
You fucking wizard, you can do it.
I'll do it. Give it
so
a shot.
Sir.
wasn't that called the Boys Town scandal or something like that?
It's called the Franklin Scandal, is what it was called.
Yeah, I remembered it when he was telling me about it, and then it came up again. I was like, "Do you remember this?" I'm like, it's things like that. If no one went to jail, this is where it gets weird. No one went to jail and no one got busted. So this is what I always say about like the JFK assassination thing. People are like, I don't think the government did it, but it seems like the government might have been involved. But you know what? It was a long time ago. Well, that stuff evolves. Just like people are way better at like banking now than they were back when they had to write things down on paper in 1963. They didn't even have fucking computers. Well, guess what? Everything else evolves too, including power and corruption. I mean, that's what this whole deep state thing really is, because it's not like if you're the president and you rely on all these other people to do all this other stuff, and they've been in that position for 40 years. And they're like, you're going to be gone in 4, dude. I'm just going to hang in here and slow everything you're trying to do as much as possible. The point is, like, they run the country. Giant corporations that donate to political campaigns and that make bills pass, and they run the country. This person just gets to run a little of it. They get to decide a few things that they do. And in that view of the world, of course, corruption that wasn't no one went to jail for JFK. No one went to jail for MK Ultra. No one went to jail for any of the crazy shit they did with Manson. No one went to jail. No one went to jail for experimenting on people with LSD and dosing up Johns in a horror house that you've created with 2-way mirrors where you're filming these people. No one went to jail. So do you think it just stopped? They're like, well, this is bad. Let's be good now. Let's be the best we can. Let's be the intelligence agency that never does something completely fucking insane.